In my last class, I have taught you physics and topic name is electricity. Okay, and I have discussed about the basic laws of electricity and Ohm's law. Okay, so what is Ohm's law? Ohm's law equal to V equal to I R. Okay, so if the voltage increases, current increases. Okay, if the resistance increases, current decreases. So this is the Ohm's law. Today we will study specific resistance or resistivity. Okay, let us discuss on the factors on which the resistance of a conductor depends. Okay, see, the resistance of a conductor are directly proportional to the length of the conductor. Again, the resistance of a conductor is inversely proportional to the area of cross section of the wire. So you can put this is equation 1 and this is equation 2. Let us combine both the equation. Okay, then combining the equation we can write R directly proportional to L by A. Then it is R directly proportional to L by A, or it is written in proportion. Okay, if you want to equate the proportion, we have to put a constant. So you can write R equal to constant bracketed L by A. And for constant we can take in this symbol. Okay, and this is known as rho, R H O into L by A. Here rho is called constant of proportionality. Okay, constant of proportionality, which is also known as what? Specific resistance. What? Specific resistance or resistivity or resistivity. Okay, so from this equation we can find the value of what? Specific resistance. Next, from the equation we can write the specific resistance rho in terms of R into A divided by what? L. Okay, let us write the unit of specific resistance. Unit of specific resistance. Okay, see, you know the unit of R equal to ohm and the unit of area equal to meter square. Okay, in SI unit, and the unit of L equal to M. So this equal to 1 meter can cancel 1 meter of the numerator. You can write mu ohm into M. Okay, so this is the unit of specific resistance. Let us define what is specific resistance. What is what? Specific resistance. Okay, specific resistance may be defined as the resistance of the conductor of unit cross sectional area per unit length. Okay, so it is defined as the resistance of the conductor of unit cross sectional area per unit length. Got it? So now case arises how the specific resistance varies in conductors, alloys, semiconductors and insulators. Okay? So those materials which are good conductor of heat and electricity, take the example of silver, aluminum, copper, iron. Okay, these good conductors have low resistivity, which have low resistivity, the good conductor of heat and electricity, silver, aluminum, copper, tin, etc. Okay. Then take the example of alloys. Which are alloys? You can take chromium. Okay, which is used in heating elements. Example, electric iron. Okay, so these alloys have moderately the higher resistivity in comparison to the what good conductor of heat and electricity. Let us come to semiconductor. Which are semiconductors? You know, silicon, germanium. Okay, these are basically used in ICs. ICs means what? Integrated circuits. Okay, in many electronic instruments. Okay, these are used as what? Semiconductors. Okay, so these semiconductors have comparatively the higher resistivity than the what? Alloys. Got it? So these good conductors have low resistivity. These alloys have little higher resistivity, and the resistivity increases in semiconductors, that is in silicon and germanium. Got it? If you take the insulators, okay, take the example of diamond, plastics and quartz glass. Okay, these insulators have high resistivity. Take the example of diamond. Okay, quartz glass. Okay, these are completely what? Insulator. You know, diamond is the hardest substance in this world, and electricity cannot pass through diamond. Okay, so these are perfectly insulators, and these things have higher resistivity. Okay, so next we will study how resistors are connected. Okay, how many types of connections are there for resistors? Connection of resistors. Connection of what? Resistors. Got it? So you might have doubts what is resistors. Okay, resistor means simple the conducting wires. Okay, so no need to confuse about that. And these wires have some resistances, and different wires have different resistances. Okay, so how these things are connected? Okay, So there are three types of connection. One is series connection. Series connection. Got it? Second one is parallel connection. And third one is both series and parallel connection. Okay? So we will discuss the connection one by one. Let us discuss first what series connection. When the resistors are said to be in series connections. Okay? And in series connections, what happens in the electric circuit? Okay? So let's discuss series connections. So for this we have to take three resistors, and you know the symbol of resistor. This is one resistor, this is another one, and this is the third one resistor. Okay, so you connect like this, and this is known as what? Head-tail connection. Okay, this is tail and this is head. This is tail, this is head. So one tail is connected with the one tail is connected with the other's head. Got it? So this shape resistance R1, this shape resistance R2, and this shape resistance R3. So now you supply a battery. Okay. So this is one cell and this is one cell, and combining cells, it is battery, and it has potential difference V, and this is the positive terminal, this is the negative terminal. Current flows from positive terminal to negative terminal, being positive terminal has higher potential and the negative terminal has lower potential. Okay, so electrons are attracted from negative terminal to positive terminal, but electricity is flowed from what? Positive terminal to negative terminal. So this circuit has potential difference V. This is emitter, it will read the current, and this is key. Okay. So see, so three resistors are connected in series. So what happens? In series connection, the amount of electric current passes through R1 also passes through R2 and R3. So what? This is I is the current in the circuits. Okay. So I same for R1, R2 and R3 also. Got it? So here you can connect a voltmeter and it will measure the potential difference, that is V1. Okay. Here again you can connect a voltmeter and it will measure the potential difference V2. Okay. And here again you connect a voltmeter, it will measure the potential difference V3. Because being, see, this is one resistor, this is one resistor, and this is one resistor. Okay. So being the difference in resistances, okay, they will draw different voltage, because according to Ohm's law, listen, V equal to IR. Okay, V equal to IR. See, this one is same, I is same for three resistors. Okay. So when the value will increase, when the resistance will increase, automatically the voltage drop will increase. Okay. So V1 is not equal to V2 and V2 is not equal to V3. Got it? So if you supply a common voltmeter in between the two terminals, you can take it here between these 2 points V, okay, which is known as what? Equivalent voltage or potential difference. Okay. So V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Got it? So V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. Now apply Ohm's law to the circuit. Okay. Apply Ohm's law. What is Ohm's law? V equal to IR. Got it? Then this law will be applied to the individual resistors. Okay. And now I want to arrange the circuit diagrams because some mathematical derivation is there. Okay. So in series connection, V equal to V1 plus V2 plus V3. If you apply Ohm's law, V1 it will be IR1 and V2 equal to IR2 and V3 equal to IR3. Okay, you can take I as common. Now in bracket it will come R1 plus R2 plus R3. So I is multiplied here. If you want to bring it to the left hand side, it will divide V. Okay, V is equal to R1 plus R2 plus R3. And what is V by I? V is equal to R, which is equivalent resistance in the circuit. That is R1 plus R2 plus R3. So in series connection, the resultant resistance or equivalent resistance is equal to the algebraic sum of the individual resistances. Okay, so this is the series connection of resistors. Let us discuss about the parallel connection of resistors. Okay, how resistors are connected in parallel in the electric circuits, and what are the benefits of connecting the resistors in parallel. Okay, see. This is resistor R1, this is R2 and this is R3. This is R1, this is R2 and this is R3. Okay, so left ends of the resistors are connected to a common point, that is what? P, and right ends of the resistors are connected to a common point, that is Q. So in parallel connection, same potential difference is applied across the resistors. Okay, now let us complete the diagrams. Okay, this is battery and this is emitter. It will read the electric current, and this is key. Okay, and this is current I in the electric circuit. So being R1, R2 and R3 are different. Okay, so they will exert different resistances to the flow of current. So the current flowing through R1 is not equal to R2 and not equal to R3. So here current is I1, here you can current is I2, and here you can current is I3. So net current in the circuit equal to I equal to I1 plus I2 plus I3. Okay, so now you apply Ohm's law. Got it? You know V equal to IR. So what is I can be written as V by R. So here, being the potential difference same, you can write V by R1 and this is V by R2 and this is V by R3. In all three terms, V is there. So you can take it common, V. And you can write 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. Okay. Now it is multiplied here in the equation. In the left hand side you divide I by V. So I divided by V equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. So listen, 1 by V can be written as 1 by R equivalent equal to 1 by R1 plus 1 by R2 plus 1 by R3. And this is the net resistance in case of what? Parallel connection. Got it? So I want to tell you some more things. What are the benefits of series connection and what are the benefits of parallel connections? Okay. See, in parallel connections, if one electrical appliances or instrument or resistors is not working properly, then the entire circuit becomes not functional. Okay, it doesn't work. See, R1, R2 and R3. These are connected in series. Suppose this one is not working. Not working. It is not working means it will affect the entire circuits. Okay. It is not working means it will also not work, and this will also not work. Okay. But in parallel connection, okay, suppose this is not working. R3 is not working. Okay. So you can replace it. Okay. These can be replaced. These can be replaced, and the other parts of the circuit will be unaffected and it will work properly. But listen, in every year it is not to connect the electrical appliances in parallel because it is too expensive. Okay, and in our transmission of electric wires, okay, major connection is what? Series connections. Okay, and because from the power plant, where power is generated, let it be in Hirakud or NTPC. Okay, it is not possible to maintain the transmissions with parallel connection because it is very expensive. Okay, we can make 3 wires or 4 wires instead of what? 1. So I think you understand the topics. Okay, so next class I will come back to you with what? The heating effect of electric current and electrical energy. The heating effect of electric current and electrical what? Energy. Okay, all the best.